Microsoft PowerPoint is a powerful presentation tool, and most people are familiar with it. But there have been a lot of updates and changes, so even if you're familiar with PowerPoint in the past, you may be interested to see some of the new features. To begin, open PowerPoint on your dashboard. We have templates to choose from, but today we're going to start by opening a blank document. Now that I have my blank document, I see that I need a title. This should be something that's easily identifiable in case you need to search it later. I'm going to call this Test Presentation, and you'll see that it's saved right into my documents automatically. When I begin creating my new PowerPoint document, we have tabs at the top, and we're going to go through each one of these, but let's start with the Home tab. First, we can choose Add a New Slide. And now I'm given a series of different formats that I can use to help organize my slide in the way that I see fit. As I go across the ribbon here, I'm also offered a Layout tab. This allows me to change the format of the slide that I'm working with. Now, I simply begin typing in the text boxes that are provided for me. In this case, my title slide, I'm going to make my title Test Presentation, and I'm going to add a subtitle. Let's try out some things. You can see that when I'm typing, my formatting is available for me in changing any of my text or underlining, changing the colors, things like that. As I move across the tabs at the top, the next tab is Insert. Here I have the option to add a new slide, or I can reuse slides. When I choose Reuse Slides, now I can choose from slides that I've previously used in other presentations. I simply click the slide that I want, and it loads into this presentation. I can add tables or pictures. I can add shapes, smart art, or even icons. Under icons, I have your traditional icons, but we also have stickers and cutouts of people. Here I can also add a text box or a comment. Moving across the top, I'm going to jump over to Transitions. This will change how one slide moves into the other slide, so I can change it by wipe or push. I can change the duration here, and I can apply it to every slide or just the slide that I'm on. The next tab that I want to explore is Slideshow. When I have my slides all created, now I can play from the beginning, from current slide, or we have a new feature called Practice with Coach. This lets me practice my presentation and gives me feedback in real time of how I'm doing. If I choose the Design tab, I have some pre-made designs and formats that I can choose from. I simply select one and you can see it updates my presentation. I also have the Designer in this feature, which will allow me to choose some suggestions from Microsoft. If I want to change the format of my slide to a different template, I simply select it and it will update all the slides presented. You'll see the Designer pops up, which is sometimes helpful. Now if I go back to Home, I want to add a new slide. When I add my new slide, it goes down not as a title slide, but as a secondary slide, and I can change the formatting on this as I want. I'm going to call this Slide 1. Now let's add some text. Here is where I will add my information. Now that I have my slide created, I'm given a lot more options. For example, if I go up to Animations, now I have things on my slide that I can animate. Since I've highlighted the top, I selected Appear. You'll see a number 1 is presented, and if I choose the next portion and say Fade, you'll see a number 2. This is the order in which my animations will occur. So now when I present, there's my title slide, and as I move, the first one, and then my second animation appears. The next tab to explore is the Draw tab. This is a great feature for students because they can annotate right on your presentations. You can also draw anything that you would like using the various colors, or I can highlight a section of my slide. Anything that I have drawn as the teacher will be saved on my slides for the future. This includes when I present. So you'll see when I choose Present, there's my title slide, and when I move to the next slide, all of my annotations appear, and as my animations come in, they're then highlighted by the things that I've already drawn. These can be erased using the eraser tool in Drawing.